I was wondering, how do you know when to press the delete button and get rid of something that is not original, as you were saying before, and when to allow something to manifest and be
Yes.
without rejecting it?
This is a beautiful question. Very subtle. Very subtle. Very subtle thing. First of all, don't be in a hurry to delete. Otherwise, it smacks of avoidance. Sometimes we are, don't want to look at something, I want to get rid of it, which is what we've been doing anyway for a long time, avoiding what smells like it could be a confrontation. We don't like it, so we want to, it's like killing ants. You want to get rid of them or something. So be aware of that first thing. So we spent a little time just looking a little bit at just first now it may feel a little unnatural to not go with the reflex or the reaction. But the reaction will happen. There is something in which both actions and reactions take place and are perceived. There is that space, let's call it that, within which both actions and reactions are observed to take place. Are we aware of that? Sometimes you can see maybe crossing the road and something comes and something moves out of the way, but inwardly there's no jerkiness inside. It's just responding takes place. In fact, you cannot even say that you responded. The response happened. In fact, no? Actions and reactions are also occurring. Sometimes you may think that something happens and your place is in your reaction to it. But neither are yours. The actions and the reactions are also taking place as impelled by the force of nature. It's acting out something. Really, your true place, your true position is the observer of it. It's only through identification, education, that we have come to be personal with what's happening. So it becomes as though something is happening to you, whereas it's just happening. Everything is just happening, just like your breath is just happening. You say, I am breathing. In fact, it matters you're not breathing. Breathing is just happening. Heart beating, blood flowing, thoughts arising within a sort of an intelligent spaciousness in which they are perceived. You see? So now your question comes, when should I delete and when actually just to allow to happen and be seen? So I would say first, don't be in a hurry to delete. First, allow, if you can, allow the seeing of what is taking place to simply happen. That's not difficult, you see. Even if something reacts and goes into storytelling, come to recognize that that is also arising in a quieter intelligence that just observes. Behind this observing is not an independent observer. Behind the observing is not an independent observer observing. If you follow through behind the observing, you will not find a little observer. Like the guy in the yellow brick road behind the screen, little observer. There is no observer, actually. There's just that power of observing taking place. And even this power to observe, this power of observing, you can say that also is observed. Don't start to wobble. Allow it to be heard in you. Even the power to observe is also within this perceiving intelligence. It's there. You see? So when to delete, somehow there's not anyone even deleting. The deleting is also happening. When something is recognized to not be in resonance with the felt truth, it gets evicted by itself. It falls by itself. It will shrivel up and fall. You won't have to follow where it falls. It's gone. Such is the, not eloquence, but the efficiency of being in self-cleaning. Just like you get a cut and without applying anything, the body is already healing. The being is always self-composing itself. But the mind wants to get in on the action, to sign the check, you know. Yes, I did it, look, I did it. And this I did it brings a lot of trouble, because it brings in the sense that there's an independent actor doing something. And that actor has been believed into existence, and now you call it I, you call it yourself. So just allow this to find its own landing place. You don't have to park it. Don't try and park these words. They know where they're going, and they will land where they will. Yes. At a certain point, the beingness itself pulls its own sword and will start to chop when it's in the mood for that moment. Sometimes it will be Kali. It will be chopping. Another moment, it simply sits back into an open panoramic view of all that's arising. But it's viewing it with detachment. So the seeing is merely occurring, but there's not investment in the outcome of the seeing. It's like space seeing, but it has no eyes. Its eyes are itself space. Everything is being seen. In moments like this, you may begin to feel this. You cannot know it, think it. You feel that something, this is all a kind of rightness about what these words are pointing to or implying, which is already here. It's just here. This is what really your perceiving skill or power. It's only pulling the curtains on it so that it's clearly seen that all is well by itself. We are making unnecessary work when the beingness is doing it already. Then the mind is wanting to double check on the beingness. It's almost as though you're handing the headmaster's notes to a child to look over them to see if the headmaster's notes are right. If you ask the mind to somehow, check out what the being is doing, somehow as you relax, in your own relaxedness, some recognition will begin to take place and to give authenticity and recognition to what is already so. This is the beauty of seeing. Mind wants to act, it wants to do, wants to recite, it wants to practice. What's next? What's to do? Next step, where to go? And so you can be doing this for a very long time. And at the end of it, you say, look, actually, to be honest, I haven't really gone anywhere at all. Not really achieved. Just learned a lot and became very busy. Busy about being. So deleting happens. Then also, even this concept of deleting, it was said just as a flicker into the beingness. Now you can forget it. Don't make a tattoo out of it. It's just, yes, something recognizes it, and because there's a natural urge to be yourself, to rest in awareness, to rest in your being, to not constantly be starting fires and putting out fires. There's a time when your beingness is happy just to be. So this recognition will come more smoothly. It will announce itself in you, confirmed in you, like that.